It's time for our WWE WrestleMania predictions. And it's a very special episode. We're talking trash with AJ Galante. And we're the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. We just hit 20K subscribers. And at Ringside Renaissance, you never know what's gonna happen. Time to celebrate. Yeah. Ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance for a very special WWE WrestleMania Predictions episode. And I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. Come on. And I'm Andrew Combat Jones. Yeah, and we're here with the Danbury Trasher legend, of course, of the Evil Empire, of the Talking Trash podcast, AJ Galante.
And the bad boys of hockey. Somebody's getting trashed tonight.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
AJ, you better copyright us for using that song on our show. I'm telling you, you need to get some royalties
Hey,
for it.
I love it, man. That it's so funny. I hadn't heard that in so long.
It was like I said last episode, we're no Diddy up in this one. I'm glad you guys had an original tune for your documentary. It is WrestleMania season. We are pumped. We are ready to go. You have had your own WrestleMania weekend moments being a part of NXT Stand and Deliver back in 2021, I believe it was. Very quick before we get into our predictions, we want to know, what was your favorite WrestleMania, maybe your favorite WrestleMania growing up, looking back on it, what's your favorite to you overall? What was your favorite WrestleMania of all time?
I don't know why, whenever I talk about WrestleMania, I don't know why WrestleMania 13 always pops into my head. I feel like that was in Chicago, and it was like, I remember, see, I don't care what anyone says, I'm an Ahmed Johnson guy, even though I can't understand a word he's saying. So it's like, I remember they had the Chicago street fight with him and the Legion of Doom, I think versus the Nation, maybe it was, and I don't know. And is that the year Undertaker won it? I feel like it was against him. Was it him and Sid? Yeah.
Psycho Sid, yeah.
Yeah. Bret Hart and Stone Cold is being inducted for the Hall of Fame, that match. Yeah. So.
I don't know. WrestleMania 13, you know, because I got into wrestling before WrestleMania 13, but it was just something, I don't know. I think everything was clicking for me as like an upcoming fan when like WrestleMania, I just always remember, like the sub, like it was like WrestleMania Heat. I remember it was like, I just remember that Chicago street fight, man. It was fire. I used to love WrestleMania 13.
Yeah. The Legion of Doom were one of my favorites too. And then Ahmed came out with the shoulder pads and everything too. And that was
I'm in the process of trying to track him down.
Unreal.
Yeah. I'm trying to track down Ahmed Johnson. Yeah. Since you brought it up the last episode,
Ahmed Johnson. Oh my God. I used to love Ahmed Johnson, man. That was my guy. He was a cheat code on the old video games too. Because when they were pushing him hard, even on the video games, he was like it was like using Michael Vick in Madden 04. Like, Ahmed Johnson was hard to beat back in those days. I love Ahmed Johnson. That's my guy. I love that guy.
Michael Vick was a good dog, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so so Ahmed Johnson, if you're out there, we want you to come on the Ringside Renaissance so AJ Galante can scratch that off his bucket list of actually talking to Ahmed Johnson and trying to get a coherent conversation.
We need you, Ahmed, because you know he doesn't do a lot of that, and I feel like especially you two, it's your guys' show, but guys like us deserve to have the pleasure of speaking to them. These other guys, they're a little too corporate now. I wanna get to the nitty gritty. Him and his beef with Farouk, and you know. I want to know what was really going on back in the day, because that felt real to me. Him and Farouk, when Farouk had that crazy ass like blue like what was he like a friggin' what was
The
he
Gladiator?
like a friggin' what's the word I'm looking for? He's like an old school Coliseum guy, a gladiator.
Yeah,
Farouk was
Gladiator.
Gladiator, yeah.
attacked my boy Ahmed on Raw that time. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
ask him if Goldust is as good of a kisser as he looks on TV because I just
Yeah.
oh,
We'll have to
man.
get him and Dustin Rhodes on at the same time.
Oh man, that would be golden. Putting it out
Wow.
in the universe.
Wonder if they
Well,
still
listen,
stay
guys.
in touch.
I mean, listen.
Pause.
I want to congratulate you guys. 20K subscribers. That's big time, man. So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Onward
We
and
appreciate
upward from
you, man.
here, man. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to everybody that tunes into us, bro. That's pretty interesting to see. We actually get people watching our dumb asses. So, like, it's a funny kind of revelation. When we started this, it was like, oh, I remember when we got like 100 subscribers and we thought like that was like the end all be all. We got 100, and it's not just family and friends subscribing. It's actual people watching the show, you know, because when we started, we had like 26 subscribers and it was all family and friends and 3 YouTube accounts that we all created.
Yeah, and I had 3 YouTube accounts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whatever it takes, man. It
so
doesn't matter. Numbers are numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, we got big dreams. We reaching for the stars. We about to make it even better year. We're gonna triple them numbers. We're going. We're bringing everybody with us, and we're gonna do big things. It's gonna be crazy.
Man, oh man, what's gonna be crazy is WrestleMania this weekend. I'm pumped for it. Like, a lot of people don't like these 2 nights. I like the 2 nights. It breaks it up a little bit because if you have like big profile matches like the triple threat with Punk, Rollins, and Reigns, and then you have Cody and Cena on the same card, you get burnt out if it's like in one night. You know what I mean? It's nice to kind of have its own separate thing and its own night for your energy and your attention.
And I don't know how y'all are feeling because there's been like a lot of talk on the IWC about like the lead up towards WrestleMania and that people think they've done like such a horrible job this year and they're not excited for it. But I disagree. I mean, I'm pumped for WrestleMania. I like the card. I actually think the card is better than last year, honestly, in my opinion, somewhat. Especially
Overall,
like night 1 for sure. Besides like not having The Rock or something, but
Yeah, listen. What I've learned, especially with wrestling fans, is like people are gonna complain. I mean, it doesn't. Listen, enjoy the product, man. I mean, we all wish. If you don't like something, just, tune out. You know what I mean? Like, guys, people just, they love complaining. It's just the thing to do, man. But, listen, I mean, it was obvious they were putting I was just the only thing for me, and I'm not a critic. I just enjoy watching, man. But it's like, the whole thing with The Rock, it's like, and that's my guy, love The Rock, came to my barbecue back in 1997. That's my boy. But I don't get lost easy because I get the business. I get what people are trying to do, and I get he's a superstar. He's an attraction. He can't be there every single night. I mean, it just for what he's doing, it wouldn't make sense. But I just kind of got lost with because it feels like Cena and The Rock aren't together. You know what I mean? And then like they were at Elimination Chamber. I thought we had this crazy faction like brewing, and then it was like Cena hasn't even mentioned The Rock. I feel like, I mean, unless I'm missing something, you know what I mean? It's just that's the only thing that's the only thing that's got me kind of like a little weirded out. But listen, man, it's people got to remember, like, I mean, Raw's not even 3 hours right now, right? It's like 2 and change now, and the roster. Andrew, we've talked about this, on the side. Like the roster in WWE is so big right now that it's almost like they don't even have enough time. And I feel like people think I'm crazy when I say this. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another show one day. Now they got NXT. I feel like NXT is slowly, it was always developmental, but I feel like with what they're doing with like LFG and all this other stuff, I feel like they're setting up that to be developmental. And I feel like NXT is going to be like, because, they bring guys and girls down to NXT. I mean, they're running out of time slots, bro. I mean, it's like they got so many. So, to lead up to WrestleManias or these other, PLEs, man, there's only so much lead up you can do. There's only so many hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got to go back to what you had said a minute ago about The Rock being your guy, and I have a prediction for that when we get to that match. But like going back to your barbecue in 1997, Combat Jones and I both wanted to ask you this last episode, and we forgot. Do you want to have the honors of this, or?
Yeah, I mean, you had talked about in an interview about how Chyna was there, and she ate like an extraordinary amount of hot dogs. Now, what do you think's more in like a few minutes? So, what's more impressive, Chyna eating that many hot dogs, or Paige eating that many hot dogs on videotape in about 20 minutes?
I gotta tell you, man, that's a hell of a poll question. I don't know. Listen, I will say this. Man. Chyna at the time, women didn't look like Chyna back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
we had like bikini matches and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean,
she was different back then. She was
Chyna when she was at my birthday party. I swear to God, it's not an exaggeration. I remember like walking past her at one point. She just had a plate full of hamburgers, hot dogs, and I figured she was bringing them to the rest of the guys. She woofed that shit down like she was going to the electric chair, bro. I mean, it was insane. And I that's the one image I always have from that birthday party is like and she was the coolest out of all of them, and they were all super down to earth and cool. She was the best, man. I mean, she was so cool, down to earth, and she was brolic, man. I mean, it's a shame we never got to see Rhea Ripley versus like Chyna, man, because that would have been a dream. That would have been. Ooh. They gotta is Chyna in 2K25? Like, is she in the video games? They gotta put her in just so we can play with Rhea Ripley and Chyna would have been in their prime.
That's a dream match, I guess.
Program.
Yeah.
That's a crazy sight to see. Like to see her, like Combat Jones said, eating so many hot dogs. I've actually had the privilege because I have Google searched Chyna. And I have also seen her eat a lot of hot dogs, but that's in the past. But,
okay,
so, she might have been prepared. Listen, everything's some sort of training, man. So who knows?
Yes. And shout out to Paige and Saraya. We love you too. You can always come on the podcast anytime. Also,
yeah.
Talk.
Yeah, Combat Jones got plenty of championship belts back there for you to.
Yeah.
Hold up to your face.
Shout out to Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
It's a new day. It's a new day. Anyway.
That's right. Yeah. And that's a good segue because we're going to get into night one of WrestleMania, get our predictions in. Night one, but they are in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm just going to go through the card that I have here. This isn't the final, obviously, we
don't know the lineup.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is interesting to see how they're going to do it too. For sure.
Yes. But first on my list, I do have the tag team championship match, the New Day versus the War Raiders, the Viking War Raider, the Raiders of War, the tag team championships.
The Game of Thrones.
What do you got for this tag team championship match?
Man, they're really pushing the Raiders a little bit, and I like how they work for two big guys, man. I don't know though. I just think man, I was trying to go down the lineup too before we hopped down to kind of get it. This one was tough. I'm gonna go New Day. I just think right now they got some good heat, and I think they're loving it. I think they love the change of direction that they're going, and I think it's selling. So I'm gonna go. I think it's New Day for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going New Day. Going with the heels. New Day rocks, baby. You better praise God for the New Day, like they said. Like they got the new look. Kofi's got the new beard going on. And we kind of thought that the tag team thing wasn't much going into WrestleMania, sort of how they built it. But New Day kind of came in, and they're gonna add more to their repertoire, add more to the resume with the tag team belts again.
Yeah, I was back and forth on this as well, but I think it's going to be a 3 of a kind here. Get it with Vegas. But, I think the New Day is going to win the tag titles. It just seems... I thought maybe Big E would come out and help the War Raiders because of the heel turn and leaving Big E in the ring and stuff, but I just think maybe that's a later down the line for something. But what better spot than WrestleMania? But as of right now, I'm going to say after the promo that the New Day cut on Monday Night Raw last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it was, that that the New Day will win the tag team championships, and we're going to get 60,000 people chanting, New Day sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day sucks.
Yeah. They're going to do some crazy shit.
New Day.
Moving on, we have, I think this is the match Combat Jones is the most excited for. The Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
I'll ask my friend. El Grande Americano will win. Gracias. Then I will take everything from Ray, and I will take his mask off. It'll be Combat Jones.
It was Combat Jones the whole time. AJ, what do you got for this classic, instant classic?
This is another one, right? So I'm always trying to look at it from like the business point of view, and it's like they love having these WrestleMania moments, right? So it's like, who's gonna get their mask taken off, or like who's gonna I just if Ray loses, then it's like Ray's a Hall of Famer. They're gonna play him like that with like this kind of I don't know, man. It's like I feel like if Ray loses, it's gonna be because some sort of interference or some sort of weirdness, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio. I feel like it would be. I don't think they could do him like that. I don't know. I don't know if
That's
they could
a
have him
safe
losing
answer.
the Grande Americano at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If this was like Elimination Chamber, maybe I could say, Americano. But nah, I gotta go Ray. I can't see it happen. But that's WrestleMania for you. You never know.
I got to be careful. I might not be invited to a couple places because I just put that mask on now. You know, that was the politically correct answer. That was smart. You know, but no, in reality, it's all a joke. It's all for fun. Like, we love Rey Mysterio, and everybody that talks so much about it and has had problems with the whole El Grande Americano thing. It's like Ray signed off on it. He's in the match. Like, Ray will probably rip the mask off of El Grande Americano.
Wait, there's people who have a problem.
I'm still rooting for El Grande Americano.
They
want it canceled. Yeah.
Making a
They're calling it
the
MAGA El Grande Americano. So
it's a parody.
Life,
people
man.
don't understand.
Yeah.
People don't understand that the whole thing's a
TIW.
joke. Like, it's supposed to make fun of all that. Like, that's what the whole concept is. But I got to agree with AJ that I think Rey Mysterio is going to win, and I'm going to agree with you, KJ, because I think that El Grande Americano is going to get his mask ripped off, and it's going to reveal to the world who is under the mask of El Grande Americano.
That's going to be that WrestleMania moment, right? That's going to be like one of those. That's going to be one of those things that WWE posts. The biggest post we've ever had, and like 5 billion people saw it in 24 hours. WWE breaks more records, and I love WWE, but I've never seen so many records broken on a week. We the highest gate. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man.
The money.
Hey, listen,
the views. I'm
we
telling
charge fans more than ever before.
Yeah. When Ray takes that mask off, Mr. Americano, that's going to be one of those moments. Like the next day on Raw, they're going to be like, this moment. 5 million people in 30 seconds like this picture. I'm telling you, mark my words.
Well, it's funny because they've been doing like old school, like luchador stuff that El Grande Americano's done. He put the metal plate in his mask and all this stuff. So I could see him going to grab Rey Mysterio's mask and taking it off, and Ray having like a second one underneath it, and then grabbing El Grande Americano. It's like, because that's like luchador style, like those little like twists and turns in the match.
I think everybody thinks it's Chad Gable. And for some reason, if it is, which it's not, but he should like go under the ring somehow and then come back out, and then the mask gets ripped off, and it turns out it's this whole new person that we didn't even know.
See, I was thinking that. I was thinking that too. I'd be like,
somebody else.
Imagine that. I could see a little twist there, but no, I think they're gonna get that baby face moment where you're gonna have that still picture of whoever Grande Americano is. I have no idea, honestly. It could be anyone for all I know.
Anybody.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be hilarious. Oh man, I cannot wait.
It could steal the show. I'm really looking forward to the match, though. It's hilarious, and Ray hasn't had a W at WrestleMania in a little while, I think, too, somewhat, right?
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of
He's due for one, a singles one anyway.
Yeah.
The greatest train wreck that's ever about to happen. We have Charlotte Flair challenging for the WWE Women's title against Tiffany Stratton. If you've seen the promos, if you've seen the back and forth, the banter, everybody's wondering, is this a shoot? Is this a what? Well, everything's a shoot because wrestling's real. But like,
yes,
I just don't know where the lines get blurred here. I don't know if anybody's got really an inside track. Everyone's trying to figure it out. AJ, what do you have? I was about to call you AJ Styles. AJ, what do you have for this matchup?
This is up there for me. This is top 3. I had on paper like I was like, all right, this should be an okay match in ring, right? But that Tiffy time promo a few weeks ago, and I remember I texted Andrew like while it happened. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Tiffy and Charlotte, and I really feel like there's some legit static there. Okay. Because one thing I can tell you about life at almost 39 is I know angry women and I know bitter women. I know when they're coming for the jugular. And that seemed a little too real to me. And I got to tell you, man, that promo sold it for me. That's what you talk about, that blurring the lines. I mean, I felt that just felt a little like that's why Kaiser's in my DMs. That was one of the that promo. We could have a whole episode on that promo. I was like, even my wife, who's so sick of watching wrestling with me almost every day, she was even like, "Whoa, that seemed like my wife, who has no like wrestling background as a fan or anything, she was like, what the hell was that?" I was like, I don't know, but that seemed man, oh man, as far as like this weekend goes, like Tiffy, like I feel like Tiffy was supposed to be the heel here, and it's somehow like reversed. I can see this being one of those creative things where I feel like Charlotte might have supposed to won this weekend, like a few months ago, and now it's like, goddamn. I think we got a swerve here. I think Tiffy takes it. Yeah, I just think Tiffy takes it. You know, Tiffy time. I love it, and hopefully we get some more weird blurred line stuff this weekend, man. I was all for it when I saw that shit.
Yeah, out of all the DMs that Kaiser could have been in, out of NXT and the roster and everywhere else, of all the baddies everywhere, it had to be Charlotte Flair. And this past week when she came out, you know, her outfit, she was dressing like a 19-year-old woman that, you know, lives in LA that was mad that she didn't get her matcha on time with them baggy ass clothes at them, you know, trying to dress like she's young. Like, come on, Charlotte. Like, Tiffy destroyed her. Charlotte, and she's been mad ever since.
I like personal life, Charlotte, and I don't know her, and we don't know her, but I mean, every time I see her, she looks different. I mean, everyone says it. It's like, I don't know who the hell this. I don't think she knows who she is anymore. I think I kind of feel bad because it's my God, it's interesting, but I'm all Tiffy time. I think this was we'll never know, but I feel like Charlotte was supposed to win, but I feel like the fans kind of changed it the last month or two, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, like when she came back, it seemed like she was they wanted her to be the baby face. They wanted her to be good, and then that whatever the Raw after Mania after she won, the fans just started booing, and then she just kind of had to roll with it, and turned into what it is now. It's spiraled into a dumpster fire, and we love the drama. I love the drama at least, so it's gonna be. Can't wait to see them slug it out and throw a few good real punches. You know. Some stiff hits in there.
Every time Charlotte, Combat Jones is going to be stiff during it. I feel like every time Charlotte walks out to the ring, I feel like I'm about to see a Cher concert because she's looking more and more like the queen of pipes ever. But I gotta say I'm jealous because I do wish Kaiser was in my DMs if that was true. But like the whole thing is
lean. Yeah,
I read somewhere online that he walks to the ring more like a more like a Valley girl than any of the girls on the roster, like the way he struts out to the ring.
Hey.
So you're going Tiffany Stratton, Combat
Yeah,
Jones?
it's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time.
All right.
She need to go hard and put go and put Charlotte in that figure 4 leg lock and make her tap out.
I'm gonna swerve everybody here, and I think they're gonna lean into the realism. And Kaiser's gonna come out to help Tiffany and accidentally cost her the match.
Ooh,
And Charlotte Flair's gonna win the women's title. They got to lean into that. I mean, after that, they took it off social media and everything, but everybody knows what's going on. Kaiser was on social media the next day. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlotte
well,
Flair is
you
winning
know,
the
that's
title.
not a bit. See, that's what's great about wrestling in general, but especially WrestleMania. You just never know. Like, imagine they paired these two off, Kaiser and Charlotte. I mean, that's some Vince shit right there. I mean, if my boy Vince was still around, that would be happening. You'd be 1,000% right. I mean, we're from that generation.
yeah.
That's our thinking, but we'll see how it shakes out.
A mixed tag match. Yeah, mixed tag, and then Andrade's with Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte and Kaiser. Yeah,
Ooh.
Vince would definitely book that. Yeah.
Book it
without
trips.
a doubt. Yeah, book it trips. No.
Next, they're saying the first women's singles match not for a title in years on WrestleMania, which is probably my favorite build for a women's match on the card this year. We have Naomi versus Jade Cargill, the perfect storm. Who is not short of her posing. You remember the old wrestling games? The more you posed, your finishing move filled up. I feel like that's what Jade does because she poses every 10 seconds in the ring. But Naomi getting her revenge on Jade Cargill. What will be the outcome of this match?
I gotta tell you, man. We just talked about how the New Day got refreshed and rejuvenated with that heel turn, right? And it's like, no more throwing pancakes and shit. You know what I mean? It was like me, I'm a heel guy. So it's like, I'm a New Day guy now. I never thought I'd say it, but it's like, same thing with Naomi. Her promos have been on point. You know what I mean? I've seen women talk to me like that and it's scary. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm telling you, I'm all in on this. I gotta tell you, man, I've never, it's just my opinion, I've never been a Jade guy. I don't.
No? Really?
I don't know what it is. It's just something about her. And it's one of those things I have no reason. You know what I mean? She's got the look. She's different. She's brolic as hell. I don't know. But, man, they're all tough, but this was a really tough one. I feel like, does Bianca have anything to do with this one? I don't when is Bianca are those
right?
Is Bianca fighting on Sunday? I could see this being a duel, a crossover day where Bianca costs somebody and then the next day that person costs Bianca. I don't know. I'm gonna go Jade Cargill though. I feel like they finally are trying to push her as a single. I'll go Jade.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I too can relate. I've been in that position, and it is scary. And I'm definitely a Naomi guy, but I'm also a Jade guy too. Yes. Shout out to both. I think everybody is expecting Jade to win because she's coming back from that injury and being smashed on the windshield of that car, or pushed off the loading dock by Naomi. But Naomi, the whole lead up and this past week when she had the razor blades in her hair and all that, her outfits, the whole everything is on point. I think it might put Jade over more to actually lose and have Naomi do some heel shit and win. So I'm actually rooting for Naomi, and I'm gonna pick Naomi.
Ooh.
Naomi time.
I like the new character of Naomi, but I do not like her outfit. She looks like the guy that was pretending to be Owen Hart when the DX did the Nation of Domination with the caution tape all over him. I'm back and forth on this one because I like the whole thing about is Bianca being involved with this, and what you just said, AJ, about Bianca screwing one over and that one screwing her over in the triple threat, that just changed my whole.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That could happen too. It's got to happen sooner or later with Bianca. and Naomi and Jade. It's not over between the
Dude,
two
Yeah.
of them.
because a lot of people are still saying that Bianca had something to do with all of this too. And man, oh man. That would be something. I'm gonna switch my pick here. I'm gonna go with Naomi because I was gonna say Jade wins, but I'm gonna say Bianca. Something happens and Bianca costs Jade, and that's gonna play into the next night. So I will say as well, Naomi's gonna win this.
That's what wrestling's the best, man. It's just because sometimes there's like such an obvious pick, and it's like, nah, it's too obvious, and then it's like people switch because it seems so obvious, but then it ends up being obvious the whole time. It's like it's
right.
mind blowing. But I think especially if Bianca's on night 2, I definitely think there's going to be a crossover there. I don't know how, but there's going to be some sort of crossover.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
Just change my whole perspective on the whole thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I know where everybody's going to go on this match. I mean, I love both the guys in the matches for the United States title. Jacob Fatu challenges LA Knight, who is the champion. I love both guys. I think, but I really think that both of them are really great in the ring. They're both over. But man, oh man, I think this is just Jacob Fatu's time. I think this is just got to happen.
This is time.
I agree, man. I mean, you talk about a guy that the fans have just taken to. I mean, that's my type of guy too. I mean, listen, we were saying the same. I mean, me personally, LA Knight was in a similar situation not that long ago where the fans just kind of skyrocketed him, and I just think it's literally history repeating itself in this scenario where, listen, think about long term, right? Like Jacob Fatu obviously is going to go on some sort of crazy run. It's like, what better to like spearhead that than, winning at WrestleMania. And like I said, it's just the reaction is so strong for him. And LA Knight is so popular now that even a loss here doesn't really, to me, affect him. He's going to be fine. So I think this is like history repeating itself with fans just skyrocketing someone out of, not out of nowhere, but just moving them. I got to agree with my boy Jacob.
Yeah, I agree. All grass, no breaks, post to post. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, will win. Yeah. And LA Knight, he is still like crazy. The fans still love him, but like everybody wanted him to win like the world title for a little while, and they were kind of building him, and now I feel like he's kind of dropped a little bit as far as like merch and probably all that stuff. And Jacob Fatu seems like he sells a lot of merch too, and all that. And
you got to remember too, like Jacob Fatu's undefeated in singles competition too. So, no, I'm sorry, no, he's had disqualifications, but I don't think he's ever been pinned in WWE. So,
can LA Knight take him out himself? I don't know,
man. But it's like it's interesting because I think that a loss from LA Knight here is going to catapult him, and I actually have him as my favorite right now to win Money in the Bank. So, because I think that's going to happen, and I think that might play into the main event. But yeah, for right now, Jacob Fatu, I think it's his time. He's only like gotten better since he's been there, and everything he does is just so like reckless, but so like smooth at the same time. It's so hard to define Jacob Fatu. He's just such a great personality.
Could we have like LA Knight almost have like a heel turn on Jacob Fatu in a sort of way, and win and put Jacob over Fatu even more? I don't know. People are behind LA Knight so much, but that would kind of be a loop.
You guys are having me change my picks too much here. Stop putting scenarios out there.
It'd be like I don't want to put it in the same bracket, but Austin and Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13. You know what I'm saying? Like how they went and then Money in the Bank, like you said, for Jacob Fatu.
Well,
that would be a good one for him.
I agree with Jesse in the fact that sometimes a guy loses because they got bigger plans, and I agree. I mean,
right.
I just think it's a way to help both guys, in my opinion. And again, we don't know what the thought process is creatively, like where they got both guys going, but I just think they also want to develop some more monsters. You know what I mean? And Jacob Fatu is a monster, so I feel like this just kind of catapults him and even further.
Yeah.
And that could give him and Solo something to do because they're eventually going to feud.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Moving on to the Bloodline family, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match at night one. A lot of people said it should have been the main event. Both Royal Rumble winners are actually on night one. That's very interesting. But we have Jey Uso, the main event. Jey Uso not in the main event versus the champion Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. I gotta ask AJ, are you yeet or no yeet?
I've been a back and forth yeet guy, but I tell you what I am. I am a Gunther guy, and I believe in Gunther. I like Gunther. Okay, at first when I actually saw Gunther a few years ago when I was doing some stuff in NXT, and he was a slob. Okay, and next thing I know I saw him like not that long after, and I'm like, this is just like a mutant version of William Regal, and I still didn't want to like him, but I am a Gunther guy, and I'm telling you right now, they've really tried to go into this Rocky IV, Drago, and Rocky Balboa thing, and but this time Drago will kill another. We did. Think about it, Jimmy. Jay's watching his brother. It was like Rocky and Apollo. I know exactly what they're doing, but this time they're not fooling me because Gunther will slap the shit out of Yeet Boy. Okay,
wow,
and he will retain. I am a Gunther guy. And Jay, I like Jay on the surface. Yeet, yeet, yeet. I think he would be a great heel turn in time, but they got to keep selling some merch. But I think we might see emo Jey Uso after this weekend.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Wow, that was...
Woo! No yeet.
No yeet.
I'm going Jey Uso, baby. Yeet. It's time. Let's go. Make it happen. Yeah, the last, they might be throwing us for a swerve. It's true. It's very true, but I don't know. I'm going with the fad.
Well, listen.
He's come out a little more, crazy with the black clothes and, yeah.
No, listen, the reality is, you would think the smart money here is Jay. You would think, smart money, this is a brain and heart thing with me right now because my brain is really telling me Jay because I'm thinking about the amount of merch must have been selling with this kid. And, the whole storyline, he's the ultimate underdog. I mean, this is like reminiscence. This is like remnants of, like I said, Rocky Drago. They've had so many like parallels with that storyline, but also like almost like a Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant type of feel to it. But
yeah,
my heart tells me Gunther, I think they could continue to make him a monster heel. And I think just squashing Jey Uso here they would hate him so much more. So it really depends on where they want to go with it.
Yeah.
But I'm going with my heart, and that's my boy Gunther.
Damn. Yeah. He could squash the whole Royal Rumble and everything, and the whole dreams of everybody's Royal Rumble, and yeah.
Could you imagine?
It's true.
Could you imagine like this match starting and Gunther just squashing Jay, like just completely annihilating him, beating him out the ring? Boom, we're done.
Right.
Oh my!
They've made it all about like Jay if he's scared of Gunther or who's scared of who. And in some cases, does it really matter if you're scared or not? Like sometimes you ass just gonna get it regardless.
This is like my thought. Like I love how you brought up Rocky IV with Ivan Drago and Rocky. I'm scared. Yeah. Yeah. I knew you knew that reference.
Yeah.
I got you. But like, listen, so like I think this piggybacks off from last year because if you remember the build of last year, it was Sami Zayn who was afraid of Gunther and didn't think he could beat him and was scared of it. And who is Sami Zayn's best friend but Jey Uso? So I think Sami somehow is gonna, even if it's just to come out to congratulate the Yeet Man when he does conquer his demons and he defeats Gunther. at WrestleMania, because this is what I think. I think that they're going to play in more into the Drago Rocky thing when they have a eventual, it's got to happen, Gunther Cody Rhodes feud. Like, that's the money feud right there.
Oh,
Cody
man,
Rhodes
that
and
would be.
Gunther is going to.
Well, see, now
So-
you're making me think, because like I just said before, like sometimes a guy loses because they have bigger plans. I mean, let's face it, after this, man, I don't know. I gotta stay true. I'm gonna say Gunther. I think they're swerving us all. I think they're just gonna. I don't know. I think we get
Rip
emo
everybody's
Jay
heart
Uso
out.
after this.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, that'd be.
I mean,
so
he's
great.
already wearing all the black clothes. He's already started to kind of go emo Jay.
Yeah.
We think it's
Emo
because he's
Jay's
getting
coming.
back
You
to
heard
right
it here
hand
first.
man.
Emo
Jay,
Jay
but
is coming.
Emo Oos. Yeah, I got you.
he's gonna have the little hair hanging down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tom DeLonge
red,
haircut.
it's gonna be dyed red like the back of his hair was at one time. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out to My Chemical Romance. Oh man. So but yeah, I have Jey Uso winning this one. I just feel like it's just. I think there'd be a riot. Like, this isn't going to be the main event. There'd be a riot in that stadium if they didn't have him win before the main event, which is the triple threat. People are saying the biggest main event of all time, the biggest triple threat in the history of WrestleMania or the history of this industry. It's hard to dispute it when you look at the star power of these three guys and the impact that they've had on the business of professional wrestling. The Second City Saint, CM Punk, versus the I don't know, man, woman, Messiah, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins, versus the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, with the wise man who is in CM Punk's corner, which might throw up. Who would ever thought like a 60-year-old overweight Jewish guy was going to have so much weight on the main event of WrestleMania? Shout out to all of our Jewish fans out there. AJ Galante, who do you have for the main event of night one?
I'm going back to the last time I was on the show with you guys, and it was you, Jesse, who really completely changed my mind. You predicted that Mr. Heyman, okay, was going to end up with Seth freaking Rollins, and I think you're going to be right here. And I just don't know, like, my brain has been fried thinking about this match in particular, because it's like so many ways. First of all, I don't think I've ever seen like a three-way match of this magnitude where I don't really know who the people really want to win, because I feel like they wanted Roman to be the bad guy, but the people can't help it. They like him. You know what I mean? Acknowledge me. And CM Punk, same thing. Seth Rollins, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know who the hell is supposed to be here, and I don't know who the hell is supposed to win. And then the whole thing with Heyman is just so crazy to me. And this is one of those things where I got to agree with Jesse. I guess I've been trying to rack my brain on where we go from here. Like, obviously Roman's been a little more limited with his inaction. You know what I mean? What are they setting up for him for SummerSlam maybe? Like, I don't know, man. And then you just look at all the hatred between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. What could make that even boil more than if Paul Heyman ends up with Seth Rollins? So I'm going to go with our man, Pretty Deadly Jesse. I think he's right on this one, and I'm going to go. I think Seth Rollins takes this one, and we see Mr. Heyman with the visionary.
Hey, crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. No,
I see. I'm like you guys. I come from that era. What would happen if all of a sudden we're getting to the end of this match and we hear that Brock Lesnar riff? And Brock Lesnar returns, wipes everybody out, and leaves with Paul Heyman. That is my B. That is my B answer. My A answer is Seth Rollins wins and takes, wins the prom date of Paul Heyman. But my out of nowhere old school attitude era mind is telling me Brock Lesnar comes back for some reason, clears everyone out. No one technically loses, and he walks out with Paul Heyman. That's my honorary pick just in case.
Vince is somewhere like on the phone telling Triple H, I want Brock to get out there and shit on everybody's chest.
Shit on their head.
Damn it.
Shit on
Damn it, bring the bring the tractor out there.
Yeah. What Brock Lesnar will we get? Yeah. Then it'll be a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam. Man, this match going in is crazy. You know, saying it is the biggest main event or triple threat of all time. You can't disagree, like you said. And it's like the audience is like split. Like they're not split. It's like everybody in the audience is rooting for everybody when they come out. Everybody's song is loud. Like you hear the CM Punk chants, you hear everybody doing the oh, and you see everybody throwing the ones up and singing Roman Reigns. So I just don't know. And Seth is a little crazy now. He's deranged. He could have stomped Paul Heyman's head in. I could have. Now you owe me a favor, Paul. And it seems like it's obvious now that Seth is going to somehow throw a monkey wrench in it and leave with Paul, or the favor is somehow going to shift in some type of way. Like Paul seems divided too between all three. These Punk's kind of put him in a weird position too. Right. And it seems like Punk, when you sit next to him on Raw and Roman pulled up, it was like his jealous, Roman seeing him sitting with his new girlfriend or, cheating on her or something. And Punk knows what he's doing too, right? Like psychologically, he knows how to play the game too. So who knows? And Roman is just, I thought they wanted him to be come back as a good guy, right? But he's still he wants everybody to acknowledge him, and he's still egotistical, to throw a music reference out there. Like Nas did the trilogy of albums called King's Disease, and I think, which means over consumption and ego, and you're caught up in your own hype. And I think Roman Reigns has King's Disease, and I think he's blinded by it. And he needs to be humbled too. But I gotta go with my dude, CM Punk. That's my guy.
I was waiting.
I'm not thinking with my head. I'm thinking with my, whatever. And it is what it is. CM Punk, baby. Let's go.
Combat Jones thinking with his wrong head right now. But listen, yes, I gotta say right now, I'm so glad that I swayed your judgment to think Seth Rollins, because I'm about to change my pick.
Oh, geez.
And no, I'm just playing.
Damn it, Jesse.
If anything, if anything cemented it any more than this past Monday Night Raw, that exactly how it went. Now the manipulation is there, right? Seth Rollins is getting into Paul Heyman's head. Look at these two guys. One saying that you're his wise man, and one saying you're his best friend, and they're both using you to get what they want. And
True.
Why are you letting someone saying that he's your best friend use you to get what he wants, or the tribal chief use you to get what he wants? And I think that Seth is inside of Paul Heyman's head, and I do think that's going to be the outcome. But like you said, it could set up Roman and Seth at SummerSlam. And he was spitting straight facts
Who
too.
knows?
Look at exactly, and you could see Seth Rollins was spitting straight facts. Roman's a part-time wrestler. He's gonna kill this business. If everybody becomes part-time, it's gonna kill the business. CM Punk took his ball and went home for 10 years. If everybody did that, it would kill the business. I've been here. I've been doing it. I've been putting the work in. I've worked injured. He worked injured at WrestleMania, could barely even stand on his leg, and still put on a match.
I've chose to wear all these crazy outfits. Whoever wins this match, this is for the soul of the company.
They've successfully turned, out of the three guys in the match, they successfully turned the manager that's in the middle into the heel, because nobody wants to boo any of the guys in the match.
True.
And they were booing Paul Heyman on Raw and calling him an asshole and everything else. It was that's crazy how whoever leaves with Paul Heyman's going to be the heel, and it's got to be Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to close out night one. It's going to be a bombshell to end night one to get people pumped for night two. I I got to stick with it. And all these people on the internet that are saying like, oh, well, I predicted that before you. You can eat shit because there ain't nobody. I want to see receipts. I want to see receipts of people saying that they predicted that before me, because I predicted before the triple threat match even came up. So
Gestradamus, baby.
Someone was like, oh, I predicted that way back in December. And you did not. I'm sorry.
No way.
You did not. But it is what it is, because we didn't even know there was people thought Roman or Punk or Rollins was going to win the Royal Rumble. So how did you predict that stuff way back in December? That was night one of WrestleMania.
Night one's better than night one of last year. I don't care what anybody says.
For sure. Yeah. And the night two is going to be okay too. There's a couple matches I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to overall night one more than night two. But night two's got some pretty decent matches in it, so we're gonna head on over to night two of. I don't got a cool color. There we go. Night two of WrestleMania, and it's just because the graphics that I got for night two are all purple. But opening up, we're gonna have the tag team women's title match.
Ooh.
Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus the tag champs Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and Combat Jones is going to have his box of Kleenex for this match. AJ, who do you have winning this matchup?
Yeah,
man.
World tour, baby. Revenge tour.
How do you take anything from Liv Morgan at this point? You know what I mean? I just
thank you.
Though listen, I'm a married man. I have blinders on, but it's hard not to see those shorts, those jean shorts she got, just keep going up and up and up. So yeah, Combat Jones, that's all you,
like
brother,
Velcro.
Man. Yeah, I listen. I don't have any real crazy analysis. I just think Liv Morgan. I mean, anything she's involved in right now, she's gonna win. Whether it's clean, dirty, whatever, she's winning.
Oh, she's dirty. Yeah, that's for sure.
You damn right, she's dirty.
Oh my God, she's disgusting. Combat Jones has actually got her hotel room key from way back in the day. Everybody was wondering who ended up with it. It was Combat Jones ended up with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I still got the hotel room key.
Yeah. And I got to go over to your setup to see all the props that you still have set up from like this past year of us doing this show. You probably still have the confetti from last episode all over the desk and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
No,
Combat Jones, who do you got winning this tag match? I think I already know.
Oh, you already know, baby. We're staying on the revenge, the Liv Morgan World Tour, Revenge Tour. How could you not? She look, she's had such a year, and shout out to Raquel Rodriguez too, of course. But we only care about Liv Morgan. I only care about Liv Morgan, and she's gonna pull it off, and she's gonna win. And I could care less about Bayley and Lyra, and yeah, it is what it is. You could take that, and Liv is living her best life this year as the champion, and all the things she's done. It's just amazing. Yeah. Like she broke the end. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, my phone screen shattered when that popped up. You really wish Liv would pull it off too. I'm really thinking that's something you dreamed about at night. And this is something that's really crazy, because if you watch the show and you listen and you know me a little bit, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria are two of my favorite women's wrestlers. Like, not even of this generation, but probably all time. Like, I am very high on Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, but I have to.
You get to watch them lose.
You guys,
you gotta watch them lose.
Watch them lose, because I really think that, like we all said, like it's about the loss that happens after a loss. I think this is going to be a Bayley heel turn here. Mounting frustration. Remember, she lost to Lyra for the Intercontinental title a few weeks ago, and she was so frustrated and pent up and angry, and she's had that kind of feeling for a while now since she lost in the Rumble and lost in Elimination Chamber. So I think that this is going to lead to a heel Bayley, but Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez are retaining the titles that nobody cares about.
Yeah, no, Liv's gonna win, and she gonna go crazy, and I'm just gonna be like, let's go, baby. She put them down herself, and it's over. Let's go.
I was trying to keep talking to set you up for that one. So a clean sweep on that one as well. Next up, we have the high flying match.
Clean up on aisle 2. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
So the next match, the high flying match of night 2, we have Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Gonna be I think it's gonna be a great match. I think the build's kind of whatever. I think this is to get Logan Paul a win at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because ultimately, I think Logan Paul's going to win, but I think this is going to be it's probably going to be a match to steal the show. I love Logan Paul's finisher that he does, where he flips the guy into like a DDT.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your opponent with that, because he's not going to pick up Bronson Reed and do that finisher to him, So it's only because AJ can sell that so well. But for this one, I have Logan Paul winning this matchup.
I agree, and I think this is going to be the match that opens up night 2, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things, you could hear that damn Logan Paul screeching friggin' whatever is, like, I could see that being the opening entrance, get a bunch of heat going, he gets people riled up, and like you said, it's going to be all action, and those are the type of matches you need to kick off an event, you know what I mean? You can't have, I think it's going to be a great match, and again, I think he's going to win clean. I wouldn't say clean. I think he's gonna win. How he wins, I don't know, but he's definitely winning. I agree.
Yeah, who knows what type of special entrance he'll have? We've seen him come in on like the zip line before and drive out the giant truck or ATV or whatever the hell that was, and maybe he'll come in on a helicopter, or he'll skydive in this time with a parachute.
Yeah, there's a roof on the stadium, but I got you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can't do that then. But they can make it look like it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he'll use a prime bottle to win. I don't know. Yeah, I think AJ Styles has probably put him over, and Logan's gonna get the win, and that'll help him out. Yeah, the build's been a little weird. Raw wasn't too bad though when he showed his little video package and how important he is, and AJ had a good comeback to it, but it was a little better for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. It could still show a little bit with that match. It would be a good opener too. Yeah,
it'd be better than Logan Paul and Mike Tyson.
Floyd.
We have the Sin City Street Fight. We have Drew McIntyre, who's going to be taking on some DP, Damien Priest. These two are hard hitters. Like, Drew McIntyre has been known for being like a stiff worker, and and we all know how much we love DP. No matter if you say you like or hate DP, everybody that watches our show knows that we have Google search DP at least once in our life. So we know that what the significance he has. But Drew McIntyre needs a win at WrestleMania. I really think Drew McIntyre is going to come out on top with his Escape from LA eye patch that he's got. And you think about it, he's got the eye patch in the
he took it off. Stadium. He's pulling the roofs kind of now. Right?
That's right.
But he might come, I don't know.
Damian Priest is going to win then.
Think so?
No, Drew McIntyre is going to win this match. Combat Jones, what do you got going on?
I think Drew McIntyre is going to win. I mean, but it's a perfect setup, perfect build, like you said. You got DP in bondage Undertaker gear, the DP to Drew McIntyre and Sin City. Whatever happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas, and DP will stay in Vegas, and Drew McIntyre will walk out the winner. I'm looking forward to it, though. It should be a good street fight with the two big dudes, and see what type of stuff they pull out with weapons and all that, and how they take it. It might be old school WrestleMania street fights like we seen them back in the day, talking about the Ahmed Johnson and the Road Warriors, or Roddy Piper Goldust. It'd be kind of cool if they do something like that, something crazy.
Yeah, I hate to. I mean, I feel like we're all kind of on the same page and agreeing, but yeah, I think more than anyone, I think Drew McIntyre is primed for a big year coming up, so I think he needs this win.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because this match kind of flew under the radar for me, I could see this opening night too. To be honest with you, Nah, I'm thinking Logan Paul is definitely gonna open it up, but I mean, this is gonna be one of those. It's gonna have some Attitude Era feel to it. I feel, you know what I mean, and both guys are gonna give it their all, and I agree. I think Drew McIntyre is gonna be primed after this. So I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I'm going with Mr. Drew.
Yeah. Cue the Limp Biscuit. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. I thought you had it lined up for us.
No, I
wish.
wish.
We don't want copyrights. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental title fatal four-way match. We have Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus the champion Braun Breaker. The dogs will be out in Las Vegas. Man, oh man, will there be Shadow Meadow in this match? Crazy match, crazy lineup. AJ, who do you got winning this match? It's a coin flip. I guess coins will get two sides, but what do you have for this match?
We will see the implosion of the Judgment Day, and my boy, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, is taking it. Okay, we're gonna see the implosion of Judgment Day. All right, I am all in on Braun Breaker again. This is one of those.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be the one who's even pinned. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the one of those. Damn it, I didn't lose the. You know what I mean? So I'm going Dominic Mysterio. Sets up so many things with the Judgment Day Civil War, and then it's gonna set up Braun and getting his revenge. I'm going my boy Dominic, Dirty Dom. And shout out to my son Dominic. I've been calling him Dirty Dom the past few days. He's been shitting up a storm. So my boy Dirty Dom is taking it, and yeah, man, I think this is when Dirty Dom turns into a good guy, which no one else can, would have thought a year ago.
Right. That Dirty Dom, baby. Dom's going to win the IC title. Let's go.
Man.
Him and his woman, Liv, will be draped in gold leaving WrestleMania.
It's gonna be like imagine the pop it's gonna get. Like that's crazy for as much of a heel as Dom has portrayed in the last couple of years in wrestling and stuff. The pop it would get because Braun Breaker is gonna spear the shit out of Finn Balor, and Dom's gonna come in and throw Braun Breaker out of the ring and cover Finn and get the 1, 2, 3. Like the roof is gonna come off of that.
And
stadium.
Finn and Dom are gonna butt heads, and they're finally gonna duke it out. Obviously, they're gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna
dock. Yeah, I got you. But I don't know. It's gonna be phenomenal to see that title on Dominic Mysterio. I can't believe we're all on the same page with this. I'm so pumped.
I know.
About it.
I'm starting to double think myself because sometimes I think
too.
I'm coming out with like a controversial take, and I'm not. So it's freaking me out a little. I mean, one way or the other, we're seeing the implosion of Judgment Day, which is going to set up Lord knows a Civil War at SummerSlam or something earlier. But I just think Dirty Dom's paid his dues.
Yeah, he's gonna win the title and then come out on Monday Night Raw, and we're all gonna have fake handlebar mustaches in the crowd.
Oh,
it's gotta happen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it, but I'd have to sleep on the couch for a few weeks until I grew it back out. So I'm not gonna do it. But Dirty Dom, Intercontinental Championship. That's probably going to be my pop of the night. I'm going to be so pumped about it. Oh, yeah, shout out Yandy for his Dirty Dom song. So then we have the women's, I don't know, the Women's World Championship, I think it is. The triple threat match that I feel like this build has been very lackluster for the talent and the star power that's in the match. I think that the build's been very lackluster. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus the champion Io Sky. I've changed my pick because of I didn't change my pick, but I changed part of the ending because of what you said earlier, AJ. But what do you have for the winner of this match?
I'm gonna go Io Sky on this one. I think it's gonna set up a couple other, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen night one, but there's going to be the aftershock into this fight, right? Or this match. And I feel like, I mean, this could be again, one of those things where Io Sky's going to win and Rhea Ripley's going to get screwed. Bianca's going to get screwed, and it's going to set up some crazy four-way, it's just something from night one's going to affect this one. But I think I think it's Io Sky, and I like Io Sky. I like how she works, and I like the fact that they're kind of making her like, oh, no one appreciates me, and I'm overlooked, and I think that's where we're gonna get the underdog win, not Emo Jey Uso. Okay, Io Sky is gonna be the rightful winner of this match.
Yeah, I agree. Io Sky, she kind of needs that validation, and they're going to use this to validate her, being able to take out Bianca and Rhea and them kind of more focused on each other and them literally pushing her away. And she's a damn champion the whole time, So
Yep.
I think Io's going to win. It's and Bianca's got stuff to do with Jade and with Naomi, and Rhea can, work with anybody, I guess, technically. And she's already breaking the internet, doing her own stuff. WrestleMania week, so she wins and we all win either way. Yeah, Rhea, of course.
I'm a little bit nervous and I'm a little bit apprehensive because we've picked the same picks for every match of night 2 so far.
Yeah.
And my pick was going to be Io Sky. So I really want to change it now, but I think I'm going to stick with it because of what was said about night 1. Bianca's going to screw over somebody who I think is going to be Jade. She's going to screw over Jade in night 1, and then Jade's going to come out here and cost Bianca the championship in night 2.
Okay.
Because it could set up a whole bunch of different stuff. It could set up Jade and Bianca moving forward. It could set up Jade and Rhea. It could continue Bianca and Rhea. There's a whole lot of avenues that can go from here. But yeah, I'm going to say Io Sky retains the title. She lost her title last year to Bayley at WrestleMania. So it'd be nice to see her win and retain the title this year at WrestleMania. She wins. And now, the piece de la resistance, the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, generations in the making. John Cena's old chauffeur versus the man he can't see, the challenger, John Cena. Corporate Cena? No, he's still the same old Cena. He just got an attitude now. Versus the WWE undefeated champion, Cody Rhodes. And
the main event.
I'm a little bit, I've loved their interactions, but because there was so few of them building up, I'm actually really not anticipating this match too much. I mean, it's going to be what it is. The finish, I think, is what's going to define WrestleMania, because the finish is going to be cinema, as they say. But as far as the match goes, who will be leaving night 2 as the WWE Undisputed Champion, AJ?
This is so crazy because, I purposely have been trying not to think about this match. I want to be surprised. I don't want to overanalyze it. I mean, what does The Rock have to do with this? Does Travis Scott come back somehow to bust another eardrum or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, what? Where do we go from here? And I think that's one of the things. It's like, I don't really know. We obviously know this is John Cena's last hurrah, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Cody is just, he's just so over. It's like, it's literally a coin flip to me. You know what I mean? And this is brain and heart, man. I'm gonna go with Cody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I try not to overanalyze it. I'm thinking like, they got plenty of time with Cena the rest of the year. I feel like he will win and break that Ric Flair record. Is he tied with Flair, or is he need one?
Yes, tied. Yeah.
I think they're gonna give it to him, and I think he stays heel until the very end. And I think maybe he maybe screws The Rock at the end or something. I don't know, but then again, they haven't done other than. I don't know what The Rock has anything to friggin' do with this shit now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so strange to me. One way or the other, I don't know. I think there'll be enough swerves between the two nights that I think it'll be Cody.
Yeah. I agree. It's got to be Cody. I think going forward, and if Cody loses, it's almost like he's got to win the title right back or something soon enough, because then he like really loses his momentum that he's had, and he needs to validate himself. He lost, in the Mania leading up to it, and then finally got it. So he's got to kind of hold the title for that full year, I think. And The Rock has kind of screwed the whole thing up a little bit because he had came out the Raw after Mania last year, right? And that was the whole thing with the watch that he handed him, or it was Mama Rhodes panties or whatever he handed him. I don't know, but
Yeah.
the Rock's kind of had weird times of showing up, and he hasn't been there, and neither has really Cena. The few promo battles of Cena and Cody were very good. I thought I really enjoyed them, but then Cody just kind of standing and talking about the titles and walking around the titles. I don't know. We'll see what happens on SmackDown if The Rock shows up or if Cena's got something really good to say, but I expect something at the end that's going to really, define WrestleMania, like you said, or break the internet or be cinema. And it's got to, The Rock's got to come out. Travis Scott's got to play a part. Travis Scott, I believe, is performing or something. So there's got to be something.
And like I said before too, like I don't see Cena winning the 17th as a heel, because his whole career has been showing the kids that, like, almost like with Hulk Hogan, like hustle, loyalty, respect, you get to where you got to go. So taking the cheap route and then winning a title would almost show like these kids, oh, I can take the cheap route and whatever. And I don't think that's the way it's going to go. I also think Cody Rhodes is going to win this match. I don't want to see John Cena win it, because like you saw his schedule. He said he was going to be on a full schedule his last year, and he showed up 5 times since January. So like, if that's what we're going to get in a champion at John Cena, I don't want to see it. And as much as Cody Rhodes annoys me sometimes, at least he shows up. And on top of that, you got to remember, after Bad Blood, The Rock came out and he did the 1, 2, 3 in the slit. And then at the end of Elimination Chamber, he did the 2. Now, at the end of WrestleMania, he's going to do the 1. And who's the 1? The Great One, the final boss. Cody Rhodes has had all of his challenges leading up to this point, but he hasn't faced the final boss yet, one-on-one.
Oh, that's the
And that's going to
countdown.
build for WrestleMania for next year, Cody Rhodes versus the final boss.
Ooh. And I doubt we'll see like The Undertaker again, kind of like last year, come out and stop. No, maybe Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. I hope Stone Cold. If The Rock interferes and gets in the way or whatever, because we know Stone Cold's gonna be in Vegas because of the Hall of Fame match that's gonna be inducted and stuff.
That's
Stone Cold's gonna be there. So I hope Stone Cold interferes if he has to. Like Stone Cold's the one that kind of, because Cody Rhodes brought up the other day during an interview that when Cody was little, Dusty Rhodes had to go do something, and Stone Cold Steve Austin babysat Cody Rhodes. And like, why would you bring that whole story up unless there's something? There's always something there. So,
I think, like you guys said, man. I think, I didn't, the throat slit thing. I never thought of that whole scenario being The Rock. That definitely sets up next year. But also, you got to remember, WWE the past few years have been really putting a lot of emphasis on SummerSlam. And I feel like something's going to be set up for SummerSlam here. I mean, maybe it's maybe Cody wins and then he gets the dog shit kicked at him again by everybody. And then is it Stone Cold that comes out to save him? Is it another quote unquote legend to set up like a tag team match? I don't know. I mean, there's so many. I know they're really trying to push SummerSlam too. You know what I mean? And who knows, man? But I think Cody takes it here in one respect or the other.
It would be cool if we can see Cody get some receipts on Travis Scott. I don't know if Travis Scott would sign up for that, but maybe you never know. That'd be cool. Take one of them shoes and shove it up his ass. Yeah. Or maybe Stone Cold to do that. I don't know.
Turn that summit sideways.
Yeah. Crazy. WrestleMania. Unbelievable. Night 2. Yeah. What you think?
I think that if Dirty Dom, I'm not gonna make a bold prediction because I don't want to shave a mustache on. So I was going to try my best, but that was the predictions for night 1 and night 2. Hopefully, Randy Orton gets a match. If it's against Solo Sikoa, I'm going to say Randy Orton wins that match. I'm just going to kind of throw that wild card out there because I'm not. That hasn't been announced as of yet. They teased it last week on SmackDown as of the time of this recording. But yeah, if it's Randy Orton against Solo Sikoa, I think Randy Orton's going to win the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
WrestleMania.
It's gonna listen. What's your guys is like? I'm talking not storyline, not anything else. What do you guys think is the match of the 2 nights? Like, just in terms of physicality or like skill. Like, what's gonna be like that? You know, back in the day when it's like, what was the tech? What's a 5-star match? I'm not saying there'll be a 5-star match, but what do you guys think like, is gonna be the match of the 2 nights?
I honestly think, and it's crazy for me to even say this, as far as you're saying high, it's not going to be technical, but like hard hitting, like holy shit type match. I think Drew and Damien Priest, I think has a lot of potential because of being the street fight and exploring the space a little bit. I think that, the high flying, it's going to be AJ Styles and Logan Paul. Technical. I think Chad Gable and Rey Mysterio are going to put on, or I'm sorry, El Grande Americano. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please. Whoa.
Hey, come on.
I'm just speculating, but
stay off the internet.
Yeah, but overall, like I think when I look back and like look at like the memory of like this WrestleMania, the actual matches and not the moments, like you said, I think Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's got something to prove, and he's going to prove it.
Yeah. I think El Grande Americano is going to steal the show, and we'll hail to the chief and say.
I believe it or not, I think it's going to be that Intercontinental match. Braun, Finn,
I agree. Fatal 4-way.
Cero Miedo, whatever. It's his first Mania. He's going to be jacked the hell up. But I will say, man, it's exciting. A lot of. It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then we got Stand and Deliver coming. That's going to be crazy too. We'll see what sets up with the final Stand and Deliver or the final NXT going into that. A lot is to be determined. So we'll see what happens with Tony D'Angelo and the family.
Oh yeah, he's got to be there. Tony's going to be there one way or the other. Yeah. So I think Tuesday night, tonight, well, as of recording tonight, it'll kind of phase out. But man. Stand and Deliver, it's such a great kickoff to everything, man. It's like, and I agree with what Jesse said earlier on. At first when they moved it to 2 nights, I'm like, I'm a traditional guy, but I like it. It's a whole weekend now. It's a whole event. And man, it's gonna be a fun weekend for sure.
I thought about like if El Grande Americano goes under the ring and comes out like Combat Jones predicted, and like Rey Mysterio pulls off the mask, and what if it's your boy Julius Creed like posing, and then El Grande comes out the other side and beats Rey Mysterio? Like, oh man, what a moment that would be. I would you have to call your boy up and see if you can get the inside track of what's gonna happen with that one.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm definitely just recording this with you guys got me a little more hyped up than I was like 2 hours ago. So I'm excited, man.
Pumped.
Hell yeah. Okay, I got a random question. You're from Connecticut, born and raised, Danbury Trashers, all that. Who's got the best pizza in Connecticut? Sally's, Pepe's, Modern, or where? You let me know.
Listen, man,
what you think?
I'm not the friggin' wood fire pizza. It's good. It's not like, I don't like, I'm not like you with Liv Morgan when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Like I don't get like it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it occasionally, but man, I'm a regular slice type of guy. Call me old fashioned. You know what I mean? But if we're going
New York. Yeah.
If we're going that route, I mean, I think Sally's is really good. If you're in the mood for that type of pizza, that's good. But I mean, it's good, man. Don't get me wrong. It's really good pizza. But it's not like, for me personally, I don't like, I'm not willing to wait online an hour to get burnt pizza. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just me. Hey, shout out to my guy Danbury. Danbury's got some pizza, man. Don't sleep on Danbury. Don, Michelangelo's. So I'll stick with my hometown guys any day of the week. But answering your question, I'd say Sally. Sally's is pretty legit.
Okay. I'll have to check out Michelangelo's. That's what it's called, you said? Yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Jesse,
Yes.
what you guys say? No, do
I
something.
was just gonna say Pizza Hut probably. Nobody
Okay,
out pizzas
Pizza
the Hut. So if
Listen,
y'all want to sit
Joe,
there
listen,
and
let me
debate
tell
on
you
pizza,
something.
like
That garlic butter.
Let me tell you something.
Put a garlic
Let
sauce.
me tell you something.
piping hot
I'm not a
breadsticks.
pizza snob. I've had so much pizza in my life. It's a Pizza Hut, okay? And I might get my Italian card ripped up for this, but Pizza Hut is good shit, man. And let me tell you something. They got some sauce, man. I'm telling you right now, like I'm not a pizza snob. I will Pizza Hut, you're right. Nobody outdoes the Hut, man. I'm telling you, it's Pizza Hut is legit, man. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight to the death over that too. Of all the chains, Pizza Hut is definitely number one.
I agree. And I would drink that butter garlic sauce like I drink Liv Morgan's bathwater.
It'd probably clog your arteries.
Just joking. Yeah.
That's an image to end the show for sure.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
it.
Yeah. WrestleMania, baby. Night 1, night 2. That was our predictions. It's going down. It was crazy. We just hit 20K, like we said. We just hit our 1 year anniversary for the show. And hope everybody enjoys it and enjoys Stand and Deliver. WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania World, WWE World, all that in Vegas, and the Vegas after party shows, of course, that Michael Cole mentions that he can't miss. Hopefully they're better than a Diddy party. Jeez. Yeah, that's going down too. We got the pre-show coming up for WrestleMania. It's going to be a crazy show. We got a lot of crazy stuff lined up for the WrestleMania pre-shows. So everybody out there, make sure you hop on YouTube and whatever else and check it out going into it. It's going to be wild. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. We want to thank you again, AJ, for coming on.
Anytime, man. I really enjoyed coming on here, and it's a lot
of fun.
Wrestling's, like I said, my first love, man. So to be able to talk about anything else, but wrestling it's a lot of fun, man. So anytime, we'll have to do this again.
Yeah. We got to plan some stuff out. Plan some cinema. Some crazy shit.
Long-term storytelling.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
I can't wait till we're the hitmen for Tony D'Angelo at Stand and Deliver next year. Like, this whole thing has been building.
Hey.
We're gonna get there.
Let's go. Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. That was our WrestleMania predictions. I'm Andrew Combat Jones. That's Pretty Deadly Jesse. And again, we thank from the Danbury Trashers, AJ Galante from the Talking Trash Podcast. Yeah. And we are the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace. It kind of worked. Pop.
Yeah.
Now somebody's going to call the cops.
Yeah.